Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Karaoke Andy here. A warm welcome from my side. This week, I'm flying solo here in Tom's trading room. There's the holiday announcement or holiday schedule. Let me find that for you. There you go. Or rather, let me start with the disclaimer. It's probably also important. So, this is no financial advice, only for educational purposes. Trading involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct your own research before trading. This stream and its recording is for educational purposes only. This stream is governed by the stipulations set out on the website tradertom.com, tradertom.com/disclaimer. Yeah. So, with that out of the way, the holiday schedule. So, let me hear. Holiday schedule. Yeah. So, Tom already posted that. So, that's directly out of his message, right? So, this week, you get to see me all day. Both the EU and US session. Tom wishes me all the best. Then there is no live trading from the 3rd of August until Friday, the 21st of August. Channel is closed completely. So, and then on the 24th of August till the 28th of August, again, you get to see me all week. Monday, the 31st of August, Tom Hougaard returns, and he does a whole week with you. And after that is regular schedule, right? So, okay. Was a little improvised. I was kind of my daughter wanted to show me how she cooks herself breakfast, and that needed to be supervised. She's only 5 years old. So, anyway, before we look at the market structure, let's just say there's a giant gap up, and we will open above everything here almost. I would say, yeah, pretty much above last session high, overnight high. So maybe we will set up for a trend day. So we should be long the DAX. We should buy the DAX. But, you know, a lot can happen. But I will put in the espresso short order here using an 80-point stop loss. 18. There it is. And as always, I will have difficulties because the bars are still moving to post that. Those entries for you in Telegram. Yeah. So. Okay. I will post that, but that might as well, you know. What's happening here? So, those are the espresso entries. All right. 37 seconds to go. Guess what? I haven't set my clock. Oh well, it's what it is now. There you go. Uh-oh. There you go. There have the chance. There you go. Okay. And before you guys are asking me, Andi, where can I find the documentation of the espresso strategy? Just watch what I just posted. So. Oh, I was just fast enough to mute the mic so I could sneeze without blowing your eardrums. Ui, that was a good one. Ay, ay, ay. FTSE printing a first bar positive so far. Okay. I still want to be long the DAX. And if I get a fill from the get-go, because I just briefly said it, right? This is just such a bullish context, right? If this is a trend day, I want to be in as soon as possible. Yeah? I want to be in as soon as possible. Okay, it's even a physical gap on my chart here. Physical gaps, however, they tend to get filled early. Have to be careful, but that can just be an anomaly of a CFD chart, right? So, looks like I get filled. Yeah, we're long the DAX. Okay, long the DAX, long the DAX on an espresso. So, long the DAX. Edit. No. 25, 3, 7. Ne. 25, 4, 6, 7. Punkt. 4, 6, 5.8. Meine Güte. 6, 5. And the stop is currently at 25 for 15.8. Probably rather be. I will give it a little bit larger stop below the first bar. This isn't. If this isn't. This is assuming a lot here. But what if it is a trend day? What if it goes just and goes and goes and goes? We're printing a first bar negative in the FTSE, so it seems. Okay. Means we should buy the FTSE. That's too far away. Oh, I'm buying the FTSE here. Buying the FTSE. And now I don't see anything, right? So, ooh. There you go. Ah, shit. So. Oh, it's already expensive, huh? Well. Too early, huh? 1080. 4.1. And ladies and gentlemen, don't try this at home. This will cost me, so it seems. 10779.1. Oof. Whew. So, why did I do that? Why am I so keen of losing so many points so early? Because it's my job to, if there is a bigger move, to try to be on board, if that makes sense. So let me separate the views here. Let's go back to the market structure, right? So let's look at that. DAXi closed yesterday at 25,099. Yesterday, by yesterday I mean last trading day, so on Friday, right? So and we just opened above overnight high, which comes in around here. Can maybe mark that even down while I'm losing money here. Fuck's sake. So above yesterday's session high, which basically is where DAX closed. So don't need to mark that down. Get rid of this line. Yeah, so this is the candle on the 15-minute chart from 1750 to 1730. The high is where DAX closed. So, fuck. This is not good. Oh, shit. So, okay. Yeah. Looks like I'm about to get stopped out of the FTSE. DAX is not looking good. FTSE, kind of the same image. So, even though the scenario is very, very bullish, that doesn't mean that you get a trend right from the get-go. But in case it is, yeah, I just wanted to be on board. I just want to be on board, if that makes sense, right? So if there's some buyers around, now would be a good time, guys. Now would be a good time. it looks like we should be rather short at the moment, huh? Yeah. I will, when I get stopped out, I will flip short in the DAX. So stand by. Putting an order in around here. Huh? Saved by the bell so far. Phew. Ah, that will hurt. Yeah, stopped out of the DAX. Sorry, I tried. Stand by, about to fill short. About to get filled on the short side. That's a good start, you know. Andi flying solo. But hey, if I caught a trend day, you know, that starts in the left down corner and ends in the upper right corner, you wouldn't be mad, right? But yeah, is what it is. So we have to. Why do I sell short? It's just the it's what I call the karaoke espresso. Flip. So short the DAX now. I'm using just a 50-point stop loss. Oh. Maybe needs to go down before we go up. Hopefully, buyers don't step in right now above bar 1, which is a little bit the danger right now. So maybe don't do what I do. Fucking hell. Already 25 points offside. I'm just getting my ass kicked here. Hey. Fuck. Ah! Fuck's sake. Now buyers step in, right? Ay. Okay. Oh, this will cost me. Okay. Shit. There we go. Yeah, sorry. That is just not working right now. Should you have done that against my advice? Maybe it's a good possibility to get out a little cheaper. I have to follow my conviction here. Ah, there you go. Don't sell the DAX, huh? Or you get Autobahnverbot. Ah! So, good. But that means so far, now not that the bullish context is completely confirmed, but we have, we're now in no man's land. We can still be establishing a trading range here. So, no trend day whatsoever. I will wait now here in the DAX for the school run. There's a lot of points to catch up. Ugh. So about that, FTSE is also somewhat half stopped out. Almost looked like it would recover, and now we're printing another bear bar. If I just had a larger stop loss, huh? For the espresso, huh? So don't fiddle in the middle, huh? Yeah, but look, we would have... I just got ticked out here because my stop was below bar 1. Now it's almost back at entry. The flip short here was dangerous, but was a clear signal. But the context maybe is too bullish to buy the DAX, to sell short the DAX. So aggressive school run issues issues a long signal above bar 4. I'm holding off a little bit. Should we be inside a trading range? I already lost on 2 positions here. However, I could be tempted to buy the DAX again. Here on the espresso level. But the clearest sign would be that we actually break out of above here, make a new high. 65, 13 points difference. Oh, let's see. Bar 3 made a new low, closed at its high. However, bar 4 indifferent, small bull body didn't close above. So let's see what's happening here on bar 5. Bar 5 is teasing a little bit. Now bull's constantly pushing up the body to its high, but then it immediately deflates, and now we have a color change. So whatever narrative we follow, best to wait a little bit. FTSE doesn't look good at all. For a second, I had some hopes. Guess we have to wait. Bar 5, an inside bar of 4. There was a big move here tonight, right? In both in the FTSE and in the DAX. And now no, bulls are not in control in the FTSE. And the DAX kind of started strong, and then that was immediately sold off, made a new low. Now we made it back to somewhere in the middle of the so far established trading range. Oh, my hope was that we break higher. With such strong bearish momentum at that point. Remember, the whole move here was basically sold. So it was, for me, was justified to try and flip here. But, well, the bulls had other plans. Buyers and sellers alike. They seem to be in agreement of the current price, more or less. It's not fluctuating much, so it's a trading range. Yeah, FTSE is about to make a new low. Now we can see the story now would be we saw one leg, got a pullback. Now we will get another leg. So about to be stopped out of the FTSE. Can already type that. There you go. So now weakness in the FTSE and DAX now seeming to be testing the lower end of the trading range. His overnight high, which may act as support. So you see the second 15-minute bar is an inside bar. So far. How does Tom do it? Okay, like so. Now it's very interesting what will happen. An inside bar would trigger a short an anti-school run to me, which makes sense given the either overall bullish case or trading range environment so far. So I would buy the DAX again. However, if we break below with conviction, I would sell short. So see how the second 15-minute bar peaked a little bit below the first 15-minute bar. I think if you ask Al Brooks, if the lows would be at the same price, that would still be considered an inside bar. Now second 15-minute bar trades a little bit below, but you know what? That's the difference between real markets and textbooks, right? Two. So what to do now? Selling the DAX again or buying the DAX again? I think I'm going to buy the DAX here. Oh, got a shit fill. Buying the DAX. Nah. Not lucky with my entry. need a little bit of a stop loss here. Can't just have... Okay. This is Skuran Andi. My entry was really shit on my fill. Okay. So as I said, it's either a trading range or a bullish scenario, right? That I'm betting on. In both cases, we should be able to extract some points. However, if DAX decides to suddenly really reverse here, despite all of that, what we're seeing here, well, then I guess thanks for playing. Andi did everything wrong today. Okay. Yeah. I think it feels wrong to not sell on a breakout, but on the other hand, evidence so far. FTSE seems to be on a downtrend, right? Want to be too aggressive. In fact, I want to play it a little bit more defensively. So I believe that around here, 25,361 is a significant level here. That's the overnight high, which may act as support. So that means I can maybe risk a little bit less and put my stop loss around here. Because there's still the possibility that we see continuation lower. That means I would have read everything wrong here. So, moving stop loss in the DAX. 25,342.5. Okay. So now is the question, will bulls make another push higher, or will we see a continuation of what was set in motion here below bar number 5? It's exactly where one would expect now. Where else, right? So you need to have lower highs, right? So that sellers would step in pretty much around here. This looks good. I think I'm moving my stop loss further up to 25,362. Good. Now, if this is a trading range, when we did everything correctly, we bought low and we would need to sell high, right? However, bullish scenario can still play out. Not sure I want to be too aggressive, but should we? Yeah, it's the question now, right? So if trading range, then we should get out here at the high of bar number 2 somewhere. If now bulls find their board suddenly, you know, and we see continuation. Well, we should add and stay in. So it's the question now. So will we get above prior bar high, or was that here? Did we just miss the chance to get out for a profit? Bears have not given up yet, far from it. It's more like if we make a lower low here, looks like more we're in a downward tilting bear channel. Ah, it really is like that, huh? Come on, bulls, find your balls. Ladies and gentlemen, I will protect the rest position here by moving stop loss to break even. So And should I get stopped out here, I will not take another trade. You know, I tried to be long the DAX, I tried to be short the DAX, I tried to play the range and then hoped for still for a bull breakout. Didn't happen. So let's stop running after the market. It's clearly not the environment where I can easily extract many points here for you. FTSE weakness is also not a good sign, but let's see. Sorry about that. It's really hoping for a trend day, trying to be in long early. There's a lot of evidence for that might happen, but you know, 20% chance actually. Get a trend day every 5th day on average or something like that. Was it justified to flip short here? I guess it was. But it's always the question, is there momentum behind the move? Now buyer stepped in, trading range behavior for a while. Missed the chance to take profit here, or intentionally didn't take profit, hoping for continuation. I think I explained while I was in that you know, if we were to play the range, we bought low, we would have to sell high. So around pretty much here in that upper shadow of the school run signal bar would be a good out. Why? Because you can't really wait for the extremes. Where's the range top? You know, this shadows, I would probably just draw the zone here inside of the bodies. It's what, if you play the ranges. So that barely tapped into that. Overlap between the first, second, and third 15-minute bar. And so far, the range has a slope, so we can also say it's a bear channel. Now we're heading lower. We're making lower lows and lower highs so far, but not like in a traditional downtrend, but more like in a channel. Let me draw that for you. Something like that, right? So now that's the problem with channels. Always any diagonal lines, you have to put your bias in there, right? So okay, here would be another chance to get out at the range top. So Should you have disregarded my advice and followed me on this one, you want to secure yourself some points, this would be a great place to do so. I will stay long. So there was the chance. Still 33, 34, 5, 6 on the table. Okay. Question is, did I lose my self-conviction? Or do I still hope for the bull case to finally unfold? That's the question, right? Lost 25 points in the FTSE and 116 in the DAX. So to make 50 points back is tempting. However, if I never hold on to a position, then I also will never be, and that's something you maybe need to also contemplate, what kind of trader you want to be. But if you want to be ever in a big move for a longer period of time, and if it happens, right, and extract a lot of points, then you also need to make sure that you're in it. So this at this point is not, I'm not trading my P&L. I'm not trying to be defensive. I put stop loss to break even because, yes, I'm very well aware that this might head lower. I don't want to lose money on this anymore, even though stop loss should probably still be down here if you played it safely. But so far, now every attempt higher was sold off by the bears. So this would be more or less a bull surprise, right? Now bulls made it above 8, and now it's a really violent reaction from the bears, pushing price down. You can see how this battle unfolds. Yeah. FTSE seems to stall, not doing much. $30-point stop loss. So far, probably have saved us here at the 25-point stop loss. So now it's an interesting close, right? So you could say we broke a little structure. So this wasn't a lower high. So we have now a higher high. Again. Does that mean we broke out of this channel? I don't know. So probably this is questions time, ladies and gentlemen. still want to ask me questions, probably are like, Andy, you already lost, you know. So, but before you ask any questions, please look at this. My top 3 questions that I get asked. So I made a little FAQ. Because this is not my channel, this is Tom's channel, right? So that was my channel. I would probably take care of, I would probably make an FAQ section somewhere and would always link to it or whatever. Maybe something I could recommend to Tom. But the top 3 questions that I get asked all the time is, Andy, where can I find documentation on the espresso strategy, right? So the answer is here. Second question that I get asked in many variations, how can I contact you or Tom? It's answered here. And what software are you using? Also, sometimes I use this one here, right? So you want to know what that is, where you get that from. Kindly read the answer. So, and if you have any other questions, then please go ahead and ask them. So, GB, already before the session said, good morning, good luck today. Yeah, well, so far not, mate. Sorry about that, but thank you. There is Beata. Hello, Andy. New haircut, looking sharp. Ooh. You know, I always have the same haircut. It's just sometimes it grows out a little bit. See here, it's a fade from zero. I have a trusted barber here that I visit once per month. That's it. Here in Prague. So, if you need to know. NPS, good morning, dear Mr. Andy. Ooh, good morning, dear Miss NPS. Can I ask what is the point offset from the 5-minute candle for espresso trade? There you go. Refer you to FAQ question number 1. Lam Mister from Vietnam. Hi Andy, how do you come up 18 points to place espresso order up? Refer you to FAQ number 1. I love it. FAQs are so cool. Sorry about that. You guys, maybe you're new to the channel. It's really the same questions I get asked over and 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 over again. You might not be aware of that, but you know, if you rewatch some old sessions, if you really want to do that, you would frequently see me patiently answering the same questions over and over again. So I try to put that in there. So yeah. There again. Money Singh. Hi, mate. Just a question. Why didn't you use 3-minute candle on DAX during espresso? I see you have used 10-minute candle. So I kindly refer you to question FAQ number 1. I love it. So you have to find the very first video, where I was here on Tom's channel, somewhere in April or whatever. Just scroll down until you only find thumbnails with Tom, then scroll a little bit up, and the first way you see me, that's and there I showed you these slides here, right? So there's the question about the time frame, what's happening in the DAX, opening auction, offset, what can go wrong, you know, that's all been asked and answered before. So, Mo. Andy, the action in the FTSE was in the pre-market. I shorted that spike, closed too early. Well, I'm not sure, brother. Looks like brother Mo looks like it's going up a little now, or pulling back, or whatever you want to found support, however you might want to call it. So if I shorted the if I bought the FTSE with a 30 point or 31 or 32 point stop loss, I don't know where my entry was, almost would be back to my entry, right? If I bought the DAX on the espresso with a larger whatever, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? So we actually made it till the high of the second 15-minute bar. Now, trading range would really be the place to get out, up here. And missed that chance again. Now let's see what will happen. Am I still long out of principle? Am I stubborn? Am I holding on to an idea that will not materialize? Those are questions that are in my head right now. So, bears certainly haven't given up. Bulls trying to push at least to the high of the trading range. Now the buffer here is shrinking back again. Now looks like also with some momentum. So entry was 393. We went as far as 451. Bloody hell. It was 57, 58 points. Oh, Robert, my friend. Andi, E4 data at 10 a.m. Let's see if that saves my ass. I'm 11 points from getting stopped out. IFO. Okay. Yeah. Business climate. I don't know if that will make a difference. Is the business climate good in Germany? I don't think so. Oh, shit. I have to. Can already type. So let's see what the E4 is doing. But I will not take more trades today. So far, the ante was the right idea. Missed the opportunity to take profit. Well, the bull case for me is gone. So numbers coming out now, and yeah, nothing changes. All right, so I'm taking more questions. So my friend Robert says today you're like Friday's Tom's Nasdaq. Yeah, man. Look, again, I was hoping for, I don't know what do you want me to say. So we had like 1% or so gap up, a huge gap up. We were opening above previous session high, above overnight high, and I was just simply hoping for a move higher, maybe on the maybe attacking all-time highs again. That's what I was hoping for. Look, there's even a physical gap here on my chart. So, and that just simply didn't materialize. So I was bullish till the last moment. Was I stubborn in that? I don't know. I explained to you again. It's a philosophy thing, right? But so far, we just made a new low of the day. So far, no bull case. So far, trading range confirmed. Downward tilting bear channel confirmed. That is basically a range with a slope. So far, all the bars had almost 100% overlap, if you look at it. Right? So now we might break lower. Yeah, FTSE as well, breaking lower. Yeah, I will stay out. It's not every day, you know, that the environment is such that points are easily extracted. If I had known that here beforehand, I probably would have been less aggressive and would have probably played that a little bit more defensively to not take such big hits. But again, look, when you see the potential here, right? So this is one square here. It's 250 points, right? So that's a lot of points. If we make a new all-time high here, that's 500 points. So if you ever want to be in a move like that, you need to have some conviction. Oh, FTSE now accelerating. So DAX clearly broke now out of the trading range. Question is there continuation? Or is it staying in that slowly grinding channel, just made a new low, and now we're trading back into the range? And okay, that was rather violent. Maybe should be short the DAX again, huh? I will hold off. Have to. I said I will not take more trades. So, Alex, my friend, unlucky mate, keep pushing forward. Yeah, well, it's what it is, mate. I try my best here. So, Svetoslav, Grigorov. So for myself, by the way, I just put on another short position here, but I will not do that publicly in the channel because the trading range environment is not clearly broken out of. So don't want that you guys lose more points. Anyway, hello Andy, greetings from Munich. If you were starting from scratch today, what account size would you recommend and what percentage per trade would you recommend for long-term consistency? Well, if you are new to this and you want to put your own money on the line, your own savings, just bear in mind there's a 90% chance that you lose it, right? 90% lose money. So maybe don't start so big, right? And maybe don't risk more than 1% per trade. Get some consistency and then go from there. A game from Botswana. How long have you been trading, Andy? Your whole experience in years, and how's your style changed from where we are? I've answered that many times, mate. I started trading in the more or less. I'm not really trading, you know. At one point, I had a career before this, and you think of how what to do with your savings. I think everybody should develop some sort of financial literacy, right? So I was looking in how to invest, investment strategies, stocks, things like that. But it was only in 2020 when I was starting to look into day trading specifically. And there were a lot of scammers out there. I have, from my nature, I'm very low in agreeableness, like really. So I have a very well functioning bullshit barometer, and I believe I understand business a little bit. So just have to see, like all those fake gurus on social media with hundreds and thousands of followers there. They make content in the finance industry because that's where the big commissions are, right? Otherwise, they would be making cut content or cooking videos. They just go where the highest commissions are. They're marketeers, they're not traders. And as soon as you realize that, you're drawn to people who actually show how to trade, how to trade live. So, and one of those definitely is Tom Hougaard. So I found Tom quite early, lucky enough, and just followed him, and the rest is history, right? So yeah, Shinzi, flipping the switch, as Tom would say. A nice one. You probably wrote that when I was playing the ante. Yeah, well, looks like jinxed that for us. Sorry about that. Don Quingshot. Hi, Andy. Welcome back. Thanks for filling in. That's life as a trader. You pays your money and makes your choices. This is not a criticism. I like the way you express your trading ideas. It takes a lot of testicular fortitude to do this in the public domain. Don't read the rest out. However, okay, then I don't read the rest out. I can look. I can read that out. I'm totally happy with that. So Don Quinshot here said that, however, I think there maybe have been signs to not to short the DAX. Firstly, the espresso expires after 3 minutes, right? But then that's my answer to that part. I've researched a thing that's called the Karaoke espresso. So other than Tom, I will not delete the espresso orders after 3 minutes, but I will just tighten, or rather expand the breakout range to 903, and then in turn tighten the offset. I explained that, but that's just me, and it also doesn't work every day. So the DAX went to touch the rising EMA and was level with an area of support for the first 5 minutes on the 5-minute chart. Okay, I don't look at moving averages. I just don't. Support, yeah, we came down to support. So the I pointed out, I believe, that the overnight high here is an area of interest, might be providing support. I believe I put stop loss below that initially and then moved it up. So you can see that currently we are bouncing off of that. So at least bar 14 did. There's some continuation on bar 15. We might head lower, right? So but let's say for 1.5 bar DAX reacted to that, right? Also, it is an uptrend. Don't try to catch the falling knife. Well, I think I was trying to be in a long position. Just did one flip on the espresso. So I had the chance to take profit here, right, at the high of the screw run signal bar. I was long and I got stopped out for 0, unfortunately. So I was still hoping for a bullish case and continuation, but mate, so far the evidence doesn't support that. So far we're heading lower. This is clearly a bear channel, right? So which shows trading range characteristics. There's a lot of overlap. That's just what it is. So that breakout here out of that trading range wasn't a breakout so far. We're trading back into the range. We're just overall heading lower. So there's no evidence for this being a bull market, right? So far we're heading lower. It is what it is, mate. I wanted to be long very badly. Higher time frame context, the gap up, everything, you know, just pointed upwards. But so far, no, it isn't. So now you said the DAX is now turning down. Keep on going, mate. We're all here to learn. Yeah, there you go. So far, playing the ranges, you know, always buying the lower end of the range would have played out beautifully. That's the truth. So Felix Reisinger, hey Andi, I'm seriously thinking about buying the L. Brooks online course. Since some of my trader friends, you and Tom, are studying his work, I feel like I have to do it as well. Would you say this is all you need to truly understand master price action? And 40 minutes later, he wrote, bought it now. Okay. Yeah, well, what can I say, right? This is like, there's a lot of text. It's not excitingly written, right? If you listen to Al Brooks speak, it's a very deep and soothing voice, you know, it's really takes all your concentration to follow. What can I say? Al Brooks is an intellectual. He has a PhD, I think, in he was an eye doctor. And Yeah, and DAX is now fully back into the range, nearing the top of the supposed bear channel here. Yeah, anyway. So I think his contribution is that he really codified, put into writing his understanding of price action. I think he did the trading world a huge favor by doing that. It's first and foremost intellectual work. Al Brooks and his team, if they trade live, they don't trade big size, like me. And they're only scalping for a few points, or they add to losers average in. It's not exactly what Tom stands for, or I would trade myself. That's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, they trade live. And Al Brooks certainly has contributed a lot of intellectual work to the trading community. So if you want to truly study price action, it's not a bad idea. However, that being said, what I did today, was that based on price action? Was that based on market structure? Yeah, the context was, but it was much more primitive than that, right? So context, bullish, very bullish. 1% gap up. Look at that, it's going up. We open above everything, so I want to be long, right? So I want to be for any reason. So because that's a if you have something like that, then you might see a trend day. So you want to be in as early as possible. Yeah, you want to be in as early as possible. That's why I gave the espresso long a larger stop loss than usual. I was just hoping to be in from the beginning. So that didn't materialize. I got stopped out, so I tried to reverse, not stubbornly holding on to direction. That got stopped out as well. And then, yeah, and you had to get into the idea that at least temporarily we're moving sideways. We're in a trading range. So I correctly didn't short on the school run, but bought the Andi. And I explained while I was in the trade multiple times that if this is a trading range, we should take profit here. So to holding on to that, putting stop loss to break even, holding on to that was not based on price action or structure, because there was no evidence that we had higher. I was just hoping for it that eventually will play out. And that's more a philosophy. So, and I think that Al Brooks, or really not many traders teach you that philosophy. But Tom, right? Tom moves stop loss to break even and hopes for the best. Seriously, and should he be finding himself in the on the right side of the market, yeah, he will add and make his position bigger. And then instead of taking partials or whatever, he will take the whole lot off, right? Doesn't mean that he's not playing it defensively sometimes, or take scalps or whatever. But the philosophy behind Tom's trading is rather that. Yeah. So, and that's why I believe Tom is frequently saying we all know enough price action, right? We all know enough technical analysis. So study. If you haven't, of course you need to have some foundation, right? So, and Al Brooks is something that I usually recommend. So go ahead and study price action, by all means. But from the questions that I get the feeling that I get for this here. A lot of traders who probably know enough price action already, and those of you shouldn't really or wouldn't benefit so much in learning more price action, right? I think adapting that philosophy of Tom's would far more help you out to achieve your goals. So by adding to winners, never adding to losers, trying to follow momentum, being in that move, making the position bigger rather than smaller, and then taking the whole lot, yeah, adding as an antidote to taking early profits or taking partials, yeah. So if you follow that philosophy, that means you need to work a lot on that up here, because it goes against the very human nature, our million-year-old operating system that controls what we are doing here, right? So I think that's the bigger picture here to keep in mind, what we're trying to do here, and what we stand for, the whole philosophy behind it. Yeah, what can I say, right? And that being said, there are days when it's easy, and Tom frequently says that his setups, if they work, they usually work out immediately. So there are days there's where it's easy. There are days where it's not easy. And if you trade breakouts and hope to follow momentum, hope to jump on a big move or catch a trend day or something like that, yeah, then this year is not what you want to be in. Yeah. So for that, there is a sort of range play with the anti-school run, where you do the opposite, because in the trading range you need to buy low and sell high. So far, this is a trading range confined in a bear channel, right? So now we are approaching the top end of the channel. So if the channel continues, this is where you would sell short, right? I'm not taking any more trades. Anyway, so bigger picture. Woo! Steven. Well, at least it is free money if you're a good trader. Any trader still needs an account. I went in for DAX. Buy. Okay. Well, if you're still in, well done. I'm unfortunately stopped out. Well, my defensiveness, I got also a little bit unlucky with my stop loss, right? So my stop loss was below here, that high. Moved it to break even, because that channel there is real, right? Yeah, but you know, at least I would have had another chance of taking 40-50 points. Anyway, could have played that better. Yeah, probably. Advice CH. Sorry, mate, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Hi, Andy. I was wondering that software and what camera do you use for your live trading? Oh, I'm not a professional streamer. I use I'm a little bit, also it's not my channel, right? It's Tom's channel, so I'm a little bit forced to into this setup. There's two instances of OBS. One is for Divergent, that's the audio stream, the low latency audio, and this one is for YouTube. And then here I also stream to Telegram audio only. And otherwise I have a microphone here. I don't know what that is. I bought that off of Amazon. I think it's an HyperX, whatever. and webcam is a Logitech Brio 4K. No, that's it. It's not a professional streaming setup. So, Stanislav from Finland. Hi, Mr. Andi. Just wanted to point out 25th of May is Monday and it printed gap up and trend day in DAX. Yeah, but so far not. I mean, it's no evidence for that yet, right? So far we're heading lower. Maybe we will eventually break out of this. But so far we're making lower lows, right? And lower highs. It's not supporting a trend day. It's not supporting that we had higher. Not so far. I mean, look at that. You have to trade what's right in front of you, right? Not to completely stubbornly. You wrote that at 942. Okay, so by then maybe no. 942, there was no evidence for that being a bull trend and that we had higher. Just because, look guys, just because we're in a gap up situation doesn't mean that will be only every fifth day. Like 20% of all days will be trend days. Yeah, and even though the scenario here is bullish, so far it hasn't materialized. I tried my best, to be long, but so far no luck, right? So here is ZZZ. Hi Andy, do you think the volatility of DAX has gone higher on a bar by bar basis, like one bar moves and wicks higher than previous weeks? What time frame? You mean the VIX, not wick? How you wrote it, brother? WICK. That's the shadow. That's the tail. That's the wick of a candle, of a bar, right? You mean the volatility index, the VIX, right? So well, let's see. Do we have the VIX here? Volatility. I don't know if we have the VIX here. No, we have the VIX here. No, we don't. And why would we? That's an index by itself. So let's to look at that in trading view. Was just confused for a second. Apologies. The VIX is not an indicator. It's not a study. That was nonsense of me. I'm just thinking if we might now break higher. I might take the school run long, ladies and gentlemen. Putting an order in to buy the DAX at 456. So Mo said quite odd to see the pre-market FTSE higher when oil is dropping. I don't know. Is there any correlation between FTSE and oil? I'm not aware of that. But then again, I don't trade oil. So Look, guys, you will only ever see on a chart what you trade your eyes to see. And a lot of things might seem obvious to you, Andi, it touched EMA, Andi, oil is weak. Yeah, but I don't look at those things. You do, and that's all right. And if there's a correlation and you have studied it and it gives you an edge or some sort of benefit by regarding that, hey, absolutely, be my guest. Just be aware, I might look at entirely different things than you. You're sending me all of those things like I would know every correlation between different markets and instruments. I would know every strategy under the sun. Just if you talk to a fellow trader, don't assume that. We all have different styles, different techniques. We see different things on the chart, right? So, Richard says, good luck getting people to read the FAQ area. Yeah, but now that I have that, I can always post that, right? It's just copy paste. So, Adrian Miko says, write something in German. And the thing is, Adrian, this is an English-speaking channel. Yeah? Obviously, as a German, I'm capable of understanding the German language. I would say I'm exceptionally capable of understanding and speaking the German language, much more than my crappy English, right? But this is an English-speaking channel. So do me a favor and ask your questions, not in German, but in English. Because you lazy fucks are just delegating the translation work, to me. So, and that's kind of lazy, right? You can translate that to English. Otherwise, I would have to read your German question, translate it to English, and yeah, maybe even translate it back to German. Don't be lazy. So, oh, fuck, we almost got filled. So the story to be long the DAX now would be like, okay, we found support here at the overnight high. We made a new low. Bar number 5 closed at its high. We had follow through on bar number 6, and which closed at its high. And now we broke out of the channel. The question is whether this is a fake out or if we finally see some continuation. So, I'm not sure that's a good idea to lose more this morning. But we have to believe something, right? So, and the bull case just got a little bit stronger. And as I'm saying that, trading back down. So, that could have been a fake out. I'm just following my conviction here. So, 24, 4, 5, 6. And I will promise you, should that go higher, I will squeeze the shit out of this move. And if I get stopped out and you say, Andy, you trade like crap today, you rightfully You're in your full right to point that out. Okay. Oh. Days to make easy points. This is not one of them. Just simply, this kind of broke the pattern, right? Bulba, Berba, Bulba, Berba, Bulba. Now we have Bulba, Bulba. Broke out of the range. So now you know the difference between a breakout and a fake out, right? So fake out could look exactly like that. So we just peaked above, trapping the buyers and then going back down. Yeah? So. Oh, Ben S. Hi, Andy. I'm curious about that retro arcade console you have back there. Do you still play it? Are you a fan of Mortal Kombat by any chance? Yeah. Brother, this right there is probably off camera. But that one there is a Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet. And this is a Street Fighter 2. And that one there I built myself out of plywood, an old monitor, and a Raspberry Pi. So far, breakout still going. If we make a new high, I will add to this. So, Johan Nielsen's note to Andy. Add link to first video for Espresso. No. I would have to... Don't be lazy, guys. You know, don't offset busy work. Don't delegate that back to me. You know, you're perfectly capable of scrolling down. I have to do the same thing. You know, I typed that up already. Don't be lazy, right? Yeah, just this is a free channel. You know, why do you think you get convenience here? You have to do a little bit yourself. So sorry, no. So second, don't short the DAX joke in case you lose on a long position. Okay. Yeah, don't short the DAX. I did short the DAX. I got stopped out. Now I'm long the DAX again. So hopefully redeeming myself here. So the iPhone numbers, maybe they're good. So it's an English channel. I'm not in translation service. Second disclaimer, just because Wednesday is my worst day of the week doesn't mean I can't lose big time on a Monday or any other day of the week. Yes. So maybe I got better at Wednesdays now. Now I suck on Mondays. I'm not acting as your personal assistant. Well, yeah, well. Timon, no, I don't do anything else but trading. So does that make me a professional trader? I don't know. Consider myself a retail trader. Crash Kit. Good morning, Andy. What's your trading story? Oh, God, I already answered that. So AKK. Probably just, that's the thing. Those questions, they never come when I have big winning days. They only come when I take a couple losses. Guys, it's called Best Loser Wins for a reason, right? You have to get comfortable with losing money. That's just the nature of trading. And those who portray themselves as if they never lose or very rarely lose, they're definitely not showing you the full picture. You have to be a professional loss taker as a trader, right? A professional loss taker. It's part of the game. And all that you're trying to do is avoiding that. So, and even, you're asking me questions by that, of course, you're just like, Andi, that's basically you're asking, Andi, are you competent, right, to teach us? You just lost, I don't know, 116 points in the DAX. And you said you wouldn't take another long position. Now you're long again, right? What is your trading story? How long do you trade? Do you have a job, or do you make money from trading? Those questions come because you are afraid to lose, right? First of all, this is education only. You shouldn't follow me. This is maybe also shouldn't follow Tom. You should take the education, develop your own style. But whatever, if you follow me or you follow Tom, you better be certain there will be losses. There will be losing streaks even. It's unavoidable. Yeah, and everybody who's trying to tell you, paint you a different story is not truthful, right? Doesn't have your best interest at heart. So that's what I'm saying to that. Andi, it does look like a 50% in the FTSE. Oh, if it's in the FTSE. You measured from the top, mate. So this gentleman, doesn't work like that. So let me take a, yeah, right. So you measured from here to there. Why to there? To the low of the okay, to the low of the overnight range. And you took 50% from that. Okay, I get it. So, DAX is in profit. Buying the DAX again. So, did I post my entries? So 25,488.9, 25,422.3. Andi adding at the high of the day, please note that. Be so stupid like me. But hey, I said I would, if you make a new high for the day, I would add. So that's what I did. Is there anything left? Is something left? When was that? 3 at night. 20. So there was the high of, this is an hourly chart. Somewhere there was the high of the session from the 7th. Let's try to get that on the 30-minute chart. Ooh. So 17, 15, 17. What I'm trying to do here is to find some areas of resistance. So the DAX session, the cash session, the DAX closes at 17:30 Frankfurt time. So on a 30-minute chart, that would be the high of the 1700 to 1730 bar, right? So that's where I have my crosshair here. And I put a line there. So just want to be mindful. No, we're almost there. Anyways, I think brunch break just triggered along. I wanted to add again just 5 points higher. But that's good news. So I'm thinking to what's my average here? I rather want to have, see what I did here. I'm moving stop loss down a little bit, but I also moved the other stop loss up. So just to have the same stop on both. So so just in case that retraces, so with that, we would even survive a 61.8% retracement of the push higher here. I'm just hoping for DAX to just go. FTSE is technically still, no, that's a lower high made a higher high. So also kind of broke structure here. But doesn't look as strong. So, more questions. Ooh, fuck him, you rock mate, said Carlos. Thanks, brother. I'm trying my best here, showing some conviction. Aussie Mick, late night trader. Andi, you need to hand out awards, gold stars for good questions, and poop emojis for people asking questions in the epic. I probably need to do that, right? Andi, why karaoke? Do you sing? Is it bad? If my trading was as good as my karaoke singing, bloody hell, I would be very rich by now. Not that my trading, maybe today it sucks a little bit, right? Hey, I'm just trying, mate. I'm just trying. No, but I love to go to karaoke, and I'm doing that fairly regularly. So I can do anything from Eminem to Frank Sinatra, and anything in between. Yeah, today is my trolling day. It's true. Yeah. Look at that book. I won't stop believing I find a trending day to make it all back with interest to the market for well, it doesn't need to happen today. That's the point, brother. It doesn't need to happen today. Oman, after the loss in the morning, got it all back, all closed. Good for you, brother. But look at that motherfucker here. What the fuck, mate? Let me share that here. Yeah. If I may say so, you know, compared to this gentleman here, my trading sucks. I mean, you just clicked. Probably you should just trade a little bigger lot size if you can just 10x that instead of clicking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times buy here. But hey, very well done. Very well done. Wow. Yeah. I mean, the good old we found support. It's almost picture perfect, huh? Didn't I say it's the overnight high? You know, that's the problem with hindsight traders, right? Of course it found support here, right? Of course it did that, right? Ugh. Of course we find resistance there. Of course we do. Uh-oh. Tom, I love it. It's a bit like when I say I'm just taking it easy this morning and then 20 minutes later I'm 400% short. Go on. Hey, yeah, well, thank you, Tom. No pressure. No pressure, mate. No pressure. But come on, it looked like a trading range, like a bear channel, and we broke out cleanly, made a new high. So why wouldn't we be long now? Finally, we should be long. Yes, we should be long. Oh. Senpai, go. Andrea, gute friends. Okay, I'm going. The DAX is not. I'm long now. I will stay long. So good work, fellas. Good fun. All right, gotcha. Here we go. What more? Felix, what are your goals in trading? For example, trade 100 lots or something like that. I want to trade as big a size as my bollocks permit me, brother, and make as much money as possible. But the problem is consistency and all of that comes first. Well, I can trade well in smaller size than 100 lots, and with you in tiny size. But with big size, not that consistent yet. Hey, I'm adding again to the bloody thing here. So there we go. Boom. Oh, posted that to Tom. So 5, 4, 9, 6. Stop loss 25, 4 to 7. Boom. maybe I want, pardon me, maybe I want my stops all here. Sorry. Give it 20 points more. So. Yoo-hoo, crude oil's trending. What does that mean? Does that mean stock markets are going up? Tell me the whole story. I don't trade oil. I have no idea what that means. So you can, of course, argue. I mean, I studied a little bit of economics back in the day. My degree is in computer science. Who knows that in German I had a 4 diploma, right? In economics. So yeah, you can make those just chain of thoughts that our economies rely on oil, you know, and if oil is trending, then that's good. Yeah, that means but what if what does that really mean? They need to now pay more for oil, and so production will be more expensive, prices will go up, you know. So it doesn't necessarily mean that's good news, mate. I don't know. What's your chain of thought there? Or have you evidence for that if oil is going up, then stock indices go up? Because I don't know. I don't trade oil. I wouldn't know that. So Peter the Great from Canada. Hello, Andy. Thank you for helping us with trading guidance. I was always curious. How did you set up Tom's software plugin? I'm trading CFDs as per software support. It is supported only for spread. Notice that yours is working well. BitCheek, be so kind and tell me what is your software setup, browser, OS, and maybe some special setting. I appreciate. Yeah, first of all, you need a Trade Nation. I think they have 2 account types. It just only works for one, I believe. So whatever that is, you need to have that. And then I have a Chrome browser, latest version. Yeah, I think it even works better in Edge. It's Chromium based. And my friends, this is another for the FAQ section. Go to tradertom.com, live trading, and that trade from chart software group here, right there. You click on that. Read the material. Read the fucking manual, brother. Read the manual. Read the pinned messages, and you probably will find. I'm 99% certain your answers. 99%, because I don't know what your setup is. What exactly doesn't work? Can you install it or not? I don't know. Asking for software support here, right? I'm not providing that, because guess what? I'm not a developer. I can only try. I can explain, you know, what I know, but no. That could be a very nice runner, and I'm scared, says Timon. Yeah, so whenever your reptile brain is screaming, take profits or take something off or whatever, why don't you add instead? That's Tom Hougaard style. Oh, Malik says, hello, Andi, good morning. Why is Tom taking a break? I don't see a message. Yeah, he messaged, and just scroll up in Telegram, he messaged. And do you trade gold? Do you think it's advisable for a beginner to trade it? No, I don't trade gold, brother. I just don't. I don't trade gold. So we closed at its high. So now there might come the pullback. If you want to take some profits, I will not. I will stick to this position. Unless don't know what I will do if I'm losing on it. But there will be a pullback. There must be a pullback. There can't not be a pullback. Yeah, no, I don't trade gold, brother. I don't trade gold. So I can't tell you. And why do you want to trade gold? Isn't it just a hype, right? Like Bitcoin, you have to probably assume that the party is over, right? If you're late, do you want to be late to a party? I certainly don't want to. Stock indices, they have a lot of, they move a fucking lot, you know, that's all you need. They have an open, they have a close, you know, they just move. So I don't know. I don't have the desire to trade gold. I don't want to trade gold. If you want to trade gold, be my guest. I'm not saying it's bad to trade gold. I just don't know why everybody's talking. Nobody was talking about gold 5 years ago. Maybe 5 years ago, actually, during COVID, maybe people talked about gold. Because in times of uncertainty, that's where you should be bullish gold. But I think that's, you might just following a hype there, brother. Oh, no pressure. Pressure is for tires, says Orin. Andy, you're daredevil, Beata says. I'm there, Andy. So no, look, now we're pulling back. So, Brian Yang from Taiwan. Good morning, Andy. May I ask where I can get the Trade Tom Signal software extension for my Trade Nation account? Thank you for sharing it. Signal software extension? Look, brother, you already, if I may share that, this already, that looks like you already have the Trade from Chart software right here. There it is. Yeah? So it looks like you're already having that. That's my Telegram. That's Brian. There you go. So I don't know. Maybe read the manual. Maybe you just, I don't know. Maybe you need to activate here. I don't know what. Something. So you need to have this here. Yeah, there it is. But it only shows the school run and first bar negative, first bar positive. Ach, the screenshot is my account. Okay. Tja, Brian, my friend, look here. I may just kindly refer you to the FAQ session! The third fucking FAQ here! Read it! The chart trading tool, Trade from Chart, is a donation-based but free extension for the Trade Nation platform. It is available here! Click on that! Sorry, that came out maybe a little bit louder. Hope your eardrums are still all intact. How can you guys ask the same questions over and over and over again? And if I give you frequently asked questions, just 3, you know, and answer them right in front of you, how can you ask the same question again? I mean, is that even possible? How? I mean, seriously. What are you going to do if you get a heart attack, Andy? Andy, where's the chat? Not getting a heart attack. That was all played. Please, Andy, tell those jerks who want to start trading that they should trade with 0.1 size in FTSE and make 100 out of 10 bucks. Yeah, I don't do that. I also don't trade big size, brother. I mean, would be insincere. You know, I'm not Tom. Tom can always say, "Oh, look, I trade big size." I don't. Sorry. So, whoop. So, Game from Botswana says, since we don't use Skuran for FTSE, do we use it for Nasdaq and Dow Jones? There is evidence that the Skuran is working in both indices, US indices, the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones. But you have to be careful, right? The Skuran doesn't come with exit rules, right? Doesn't come with, so it's always discretionary. So, Keith says, hey, Andy, I'm wondering if you or any of your listeners could help me. Whilst trading, I get very easily distracted by my family or noise in the house. But if I lock myself in a room alone, I get bored really quickly. If I'm not seeing any setups, I feel like I'm wasting my time, not productive, and feel the need to go and get some other jobs done. What could I do whilst waiting for a setup to feel productive? Your patience is the reward, right? Look, recently, I don't want to promote my own social media here, so I will read that off screen, or I will just say out from the top of my head. When you follow the usual trading advice, one thing that you hear all the time is that wait, patience, trading is a waiting game. Sit on your hands until your A plus setup comes, you know, and then you take that with convictions, right? And the other time it's a waiting game. So, and while there is merit to that, I don't know. You know, if this is what you do, why do you need the urge to? Why do you feel the urge to do something else entirely? Right? And then again, look, if you trading doesn't need to be a waiting game, right? Trading can be whatever you want it to be. If you don't want trading to be a waiting game, yeah, just trade the school run. You know that the school run is the second 15-minute bar in a session, and guess what? At the second 15-minute bar will be there at a specific time, so you know when you can take a trade, right? But then, of course, you need to manage that position. And while you're in that position, yeah, I feel very productive now because I'm answering questions whilst in that position. You know, what can I say? But if you're in a position and then don't look all the time at the screen, that might also be a good idea. That might actually work very much in your favor. You might just come back from cleaning the house or whatever, repairing the car or mowing the lawn, come back to a huge profit. Huh? Just maybe put stop loss to break even before, something like that. Yeah. But this is your job, and you can argue waiting is part of it. Yeah. Of course, you would know your Andy, says Paul. Yeah, of course. So, so Svetan says here gives us a little bit insight about oil. That's what Svetan says. So it's not. I'm just reading that. So due to the war situation, oil is like a measure for the panic/fear on the market. If it's going up, market is worried, which is risk off negative for stock indices. If it's going down, it's risk on sentiment, which is positive for indices. Also on gold, 5 years ago it was moving $10 per day. Now it's moving 100. So you're saying DAX is going up. We should see oil going down, right? So that's what you're saying. So I'll look at that. So let me take, you want to take Brent or crude? Let's take light crude. Let's take a look. Huh? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. DAX is going up. oil is going down. Coincidence? I don't know. But that's what this gentleman says. And right now, there seems to be, yeah, that seems to be the case. So, now we know. Max, I guess someone has Autobahnverbot twice now. Hey, I'm long the DAX. Hey, I'm long the DAX. Abdul Kahim from Nigeria says hi. Hi back. Not sure if you guys don't say hi. Hi Andy, and then just pause. Like I get hundreds of messages, so just write your question already, or or your comment, or what you want to say. Otherwise, it's not like you say hi and I say hi back, and then how are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you, brother? Here that's more like rapid fire. No time for pleasantries. Just shoot out your bloody question already. Andy, hi Andy, the guy who gets bored, tell him to scalp the 15-second chart. It never gets bored there. Maybe it fits more his personality. No, I will not recommend doing anything like that. So, oh my god, it's already 12 past 11. Carlos says, I'm not happy because gas prices go up. I trade whatever is trading in the day. And as you know, crude oil will be crazy soon because of the wars. I'm only sharing. I'm happy. We can be crushed by all sides. In Europe, we only content with no oil. There is oil in this oil in Europe. There's a lot in Russia. There is. So, but it's maybe right now a little bit out of reach. Okay, let's stop talking about the geopolitical stuff and whatever. I'm trading the bloody 15-minute chart here, guys. So, Timon says, last week I doubled from Monday to Friday, but after the loss on Friday, I'm scared. Yeah, of course you're scared. You are fearful. Everybody is fearful. You don't want to piss away the profits, right? You want to take it easy now. That's exactly here. The reptile brain wants to protect you from experiencing pain, the pain of losing those gains again. But that's why it's called best loser wins, right? You have to overcome that fear, and you have to be able to take losses, right? Like I'm doing now. Bloody hell. Otherwise, yeah, that will never. If you only look, if I put on 3 trades and all were winners, right? Yeah, would I put on the 4th trade, or would I be like, maybe I take it easy now, right? Because I've already made so much. And now I'm behind, and now I want my brain is screaming for equilibrium. Now I want to make it back, right? So I'm now more prone to risk taking. It's always the same. It's always the same. Yeah. It's always the same. Got it. Like your energy. Love you, says Brian. I hope your eardrums are all right, mate. So, GB says, hi, Andy. Maybe it's an idea to create a separate channel on Telegram for followers who can then answer all those questions about some. Yeah, but not my channel. Tom's channel, I'm just a guest. So, and Tom has his ways to run this thing. He's doing that for years now. No pressure not funny. Okay. So I guess I'm overextended my welcome here. There's no more questions even. Guys, I'm going to manage these positions. Going to have to, no, probably I have to ask you to manage these positions yourself. Yeah. Right now, the bulk is around break even. So I will stay long. Stop sign place. You do what you must. Guys, was a pleasure. See you later for the US session. Karaoke Andy out.